So, I've been wanting to talk about these two sponsors. Like, you have probably heard of them on YouTube, and they're a perfect example of what how shady sponsors can be. Personally, I've been never been sponsored by anyone because, of course, I haven't. I mean, I'm not that big of a channel whatsoever. So, as of right now, I haven't been sponsored by anyone. So, I really want to talk about this. So, I will talk about the lesser of two evils, if you can call it lesser. But what I'm going to talk about are two sponsors in particular. One, Better Health, and the other, Honey, PayPal Honey. So, the first thing is Better Health. If you don't know, somehow, it was a website that promised to connect you with a mental health psychiatrist and would ask you your personal information so that it could better link you with your preferred psychiatrist, and if you wish to, you could change it. But the big problem with all of this was, well, these this shady ass company started giving away the personal information of extremely vulnerable people to advertisers. Because of course, I mean, they have your personal information that you, well, shared with them, and they went behind people's back and started selling your information. Like, it's disgusting to think. It's just sad to think people who had who thought that their lives could have gone better or were struggling with mental health, finding this bastion of solitude and then giving their information, and then finding uh, hyper targeted ads right to them, highly targeted ads to them. And it's sad to think that this is fairly normal, but it's so normalized that a company tried this even after saying that it would not sell your information. But this is the lesser of two evils, if you can call it. Next thing I want to talk about is PayPal Honey. This shitty company fucked the advertisers themselves. They're YouTubers who would advertise it, and people who had anything to do with it. So it would be like PayPal Honey had great strength. Like, it was very powerful. It would search around through its databases and find you a coupon so that whatever you purchase is as cheap as it can be. Note this down. And then, as well, it would look when it will pop up when you are checking out. It would pop up and then ask you, well, do you want to use Honey? And if you do, well, it will search, and if it doesn't find anything, well, tough luck next time. So with this kind of strength, it would do, firstly, if there was a link to a product in your description, or someone that would give you a share of the product for sale, and anyone who clicked on that, well, description and went to the site where you would purchase it, and you use PayPal Honey, it will change the subtext to say that this purchase was made in partnership with Honey. So Honey would get the cut of the deal that was supposed to go to the YouTuber. You bought the product that you used the link of. And that's not the worst part. The worst part was this entire company was lying to your face, because with this kind of strength and uh, people having such a big well such a good reason to invest in this company, like people would broker deals with honey, so that if anyone would buy their product, the honey would give them a specific code which would not be the cheapest and will take a cut from it. So it started fucking both its users and the people who are selling the product. So this came to light months ago, which basically tanked Honey's reputation, and this was one of the most popular sponsors because it was easy to work with. Well, that is what I've heard, and it got sued after that, and a few other things that I have to talk about is that, well, most of the sponsorships that exist are extremely priced. Like, their pricing is kind of nuts. Like Fume, for instance, you have probably heard of it. If you haven't, it's a flavored air brand, because of course you need flavored air. It sells you a stick basically to huff flavored air with, and well, it costs like $100 for to fucking huff air. $100 for that. And I know it is for people who are smoking and to help them so that they stop smoking, but the price of it is outrageous. Like, it costs $100, $100 to get the full package, which is insane. And another thing that I have to talk about is Air Up, which is fine. Like, I heard a lot of it, and it is basically, for those who don't know, it's basically non-flavored flavored water. Like, it works by tricking your brain through smell alone. It doesn't flavor the water. It makes you think that the water is flavored, and it's fine. I mean, it's a water bottle, and this is fine. Sponsors in general, like, if a product is sponsoring someone, it's great, because I mean, obviously you have, for the creators, it's great. They get extra money. Sponsor gets whatever they want from the YouTuber, and it's a transaction, and I do not mind that part of it. But to think the trust that people put in YouTubers, like, obviously people put a lot of trust in YouTubers, because of course they do, and in my opinion you really shouldn't. Like, for instance, people who got scammed by BetterHelp, and the people who got scammed by Honey, they put their trust in, the YouTuber's word, and hoping that the YouTuber did their due diligence. And to be fair, as far as any YouTuber was concerned, they did. But in the end, the product that got sponsored, that got promoted, wasn't the best product that could have been promoted. And another thing that I want to talk about is the Bismuth. It's a company where a person would sell bismuth, a very cool-looking metal, and says that he sells original pieces, and they're not really that original, and very minute differences. And well, it has changed a lot from the beginning. Like, another thing is that if you promote a product, it can change in the future, but it could be that the name doesn't change, the website does, but the people behind the product change, and that could change the product itself. And since the name hasn't changed and the branding hasn't changed, people would be none the wiser and will buy it. Like, a lot of a lot of shit just happens like this when you're sponsored and you're told to tell what the people paying you what wish you to tell. And well, it could be not fully the truth. And I just want to say that this is a real possibility that your favorite YouTuber has talked about a product which is a scam. It is not the YouTuber's fault, but mostly, and it is the product's fault. And yeah, that's about it from me. Bye.